What if the fiercest empire of the Americas, a civilization of sun pyramids and warrior priests, suddenly possessed the ultimate weapon of the 20th century? What if the Aztec Empire had fighter jets? Let's soar into this incredible alternate history. Imagine the year is 1519. On the coast of the Gulf of Mexico, Spanish conquistadors led by Hernán Cortés are making landfall. They've got steel, cannons, and horses, things the locals have never seen. They feel confident, destined for glory and gold. But then they hear it. Not the cry of exotic birds, but a terrifying high-pitched scream tearing through the sky. Above them, streaking through the clouds, are objects shaped like eagles, painted with the fearsome visages of Aztec gods. These aren't just any jets. They are Aztec jets. The fuselage is adorned with vibrant turquoise mosaics and jaguar pelt patterns. The nose art isn't a pin-up girl, but the face of Huitzilopochtli, the god of war. The pilots, elite eagle and jaguar warriors, are strapped into cockpits, their traditional feathered headdresses replaced by advanced flight helmets, but their warrior spirit burning as brightly as ever. How could this even happen? Let's imagine a wormhole, a temporal anomaly, or perhaps a crashed alien vessel discovered deep within a sea note, its technology reverse-engineered by the brilliant Aztec engineers who were already masters of city planning and mathematics. They wouldn't just copy the technology, they'd adapt it. The jets might not run on kerosene, but on a powerful, mystically derived biofuel extracted from a unique agave plant, a gift from the gods. Back on the beach, Cortés's men stare in disbelief and terror. Before they can even organize their cannons, the sky roars. The Aztec jets, let's call them Quetzal fighters, dive. They don't fire missiles. Instead, they unleash volleys of obsidian-tipped rockets that shatter the Spanish formations. The sound barrier is broken, a thunderclap that the Spaniards mistake for the wrath of their own god. Their ships in the harbor, their only escape route, are sunk in minutes by precise, devastating strikes. The psychological impact would be absolute. The Spaniards' technological superiority, their greatest advantage, vanishes in an instant. Instead, they are the ones facing a power beyond their comprehension. To them, these aren't machines. They are divine monsters, servants of the Aztec pantheon. Reports sent back to Spain, if any could even make it, would sound like the ravings of madmen. With the initial invasion crushed, the Aztec Empire doesn't just survive, it thrives. The Emperor, Montezuma II, now commands the skies. News of his flying eagle warriors spreads like wildfire across the Americas. Neighboring rivals like the Tlaxcalans, who initially allied with the Spanish in our timeline, would face a stark choice: submit to the mighty Aztec Air Force or be annihilated from above. Most would choose submission. The Aztec Empire would rapidly consolidate its power, expanding from coast to coast. The Tarascans, the Zapotecs, all would fall under the wing of the feathered serpent. Tenochtitlan would become the undisputed capital of a continent-spanning empire, its grand causeways now supplemented by airstrips, its pyramids now doubling as air traffic control towers, with priests using reflective obsidian mirrors to guide the Quetzal fighters home. But air power changes everything, including society itself. The Eagle and Jaguar warriors would become an even more elite caste. These pilots, the Sky Lords, would be revered as demigods, the living embodiment of the war god's fury. Their training would be the most rigorous ordeal imaginable, combining traditional warrior discipline with the complex science of flight. The Aztec economy would transform. The need to build, maintain, and fuel a fleet of supersonic jets would require an industrial revolution. Aztec engineers would become masters of metallurgy, aerodynamics, and advanced chemistry. The Chinampas, their famous floating gardens, might be adapted to grow the special biofuel crops. The vast tribute network would no longer just demand maize and feathers, but rare metals, volcanic compounds, and refined oils. Now, let's fast forward a few decades. European powers, stunned and confused by the failed Cortés expedition, would eventually send more ships. A massive Spanish armada, or perhaps a combined European fleet, would arrive, determined to crack this mysterious American fortress. They'd come with their own cannons and ships of the line, but they'd be fighting a 16th-century war against a 20th-century equipped opponent. The naval battles would be legendary but short-lived. Imagine galleons being picked off from miles away by air-to-sea rockets. Any attempt at a land invasion would be met with overwhelming air superiority. European arrogance would shatter against a wall of Aztec technological might. They wouldn't be able to establish a foothold. So, would the Aztecs then invade Europe? Probably not. Their empire was centered on their homeland, their worldview deeply tied to their specific geography and cosmology. They'd likely adopt a powerful isolationist stance, creating an impenetrable sky fortress around the Americas. Their goal wasn't world domination in the European sense, but securing their world, their cosmos, from outside interference. This would create a planet with two completely separate and advanced technological blocks. While Europe undergoes its Renaissance and Age of Enlightenment, the Americas would see the flourishing of a unique Aztec technoculture. Imagine Aztec codices written on digital screens, astronomers using powerful telescopes atop their pyramids to map the heavens with unparalleled precision, and communication networks transmitting messages not with runners, but through some form of Aztec radio. The world would be a very different place. There would be no Latin America as we know it. Indigenous languages and cultures would not only survive, but would dominate an entire hemisphere, evolving in fascinating new directions under Aztec influence. The exchange of ideas, when it finally happened, would not be one of conquest, but of two equals meeting, each with centuries of unique scientific and cultural development behind them. What a world that would be! A world where the roar of a jet engine is harmonized with the chant of priests, where the eagle of Aztec prophecy takes to the skies not just in spirit, but in metal and fire, forever changing the course of human history. Thank you so much for watching. What alternate history should we explore next? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this journey through time, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more trips into the incredible what-ifs of history.